Something in the desert sun. It seems the city of Palm Springs is getting ready to give its zoning rules an overhaul, a big one, first redo since '88. That's got people talking. Early draft suggests letting buildings grow taller and fit more homes onto tighter spaces around transit corridors, aiming to tackle the lack of land that is able to be developed. Some residents are worried. They say taller buildings could cast shadows over homes, block mountain views, and just feel too different from the Palm Springs they know. So the city is keeping the comment window open through September 21st and plans to hold more neighborhood meetings before any final decisions next spring. As always, our contributors on Fridays are our favorite married duo, Doug and Jamie Baker. Jamie, if Palm Springs suddenly started sprouting taller buildings, do you think that would harm the city's charm?
100%. You know, I love Steve Summerall and his segments about telling the history of the desert. And I love the fact that those pictures from decades ago, everything still looks the same. I love that. We should not lose that.
Doug?
I agree. Part of the Palm Springs appeal is its charm, its quaintness. The fact that you can be in that city anywhere, see the beautiful mountains, enjoy the architecture, the history of the city. I think a 5-story building anywhere in Palm Springs proper would just change it all.
Okay, but how much should preserving views, privacy, and local flavor matter when the city is running out of land and needs more housing, Doug?
Well, not only that is an issue, the other issue, of course, like all cities, are under a state mandate to have a certain number of affordable housing units within the city limits.
Right.
So it is a problem. But no, don't throw away the history and the charm of this city, by doing this.
Yeah, but
3-story building? Okay, why 5?
All right, but Jamie, what if they need more housing and there's just not enough land?
Well, can they do like rezone the city? There's plenty of land outside of Palm Springs. Just make the city bigger. Can they do that? I don't know.
I don't know if they can do it either, but if you had a chance to talk to the planners, what would your main concern be? Height restrictions near mountains, building density, or something else entirely, Jamie?
I'd like to know if they're going to ever bring an Asian or Korean market. But anyway, no, just don't lose the charm and the beauty of the desert. Don't change anything.
Right before Labor Day, a Talker research poll, 2,000 Americans, that's who they talked to, 69% feel they could get their work done in a 4-day, 32-hour week. The younger crowd's leading the charge. Many employees feel working fewer days could actually boost productivity and morale. It's gaining more traction, this idea is, as more people advocate for better work-life balance. 75% of millennials, 70% of Gen Z, they think it's good. About 48% of baby boomers think, I don't know. And the hope is they could choose their extra day off. Most say they'd rather knock off on Friday than Monday. Meanwhile, more than half say they're working harder than they were a year ago, and some feel downright overworked. Most believe a 4-day work week wouldn't hurt their company's bottom line. Doug, what do you think? Could most jobs really fit into a 4-day work week?
Yeah, I think they can. You know, the question is, for these youngsters that want to work just 4 days a week, does that mean you want to get 20% less pay, or do you expect to work less hours for the same amount of money? I don't think this is an issue of productivity. I think it's an issue of youngsters don't want to work.
Jamie?
You know, the millennials, we do have a few in where I work, and they're downright idiots, some of them.
Okay.
They think they're so good at what they do. They love themselves. They think they should just do whatever they want. Come on, work. Normal.
Okay, well, I think it's just different generations. I mean, you know, also millennials and Gen Zs were raised a certain way. You know, those were generations where everybody got a trophy. Everybody's a winner. It doesn't matter. Hey, you know, you finished last, you got a trophy. I used to coach a basketball team, and it was an AAU travel team. And when our team finished second in a tournament, we won a lot of tournaments. Occasionally we'd finish second, the kids wouldn't even take the trophy or the medals. They said, we don't deserve them. We didn't earn them. And I think what you have here, work-life balance, very important, far more important than it was when we were growing up. So let's acknowledge that. But what I think you have here is a generation of kids that have been entitled and babied. And their expectation is they don't have to work that hard. So that being said, Jamie, what do you do about this?
You know, I wish them well, but I don't think they're going to make it. They need to be more ambitious. They need to like outdo themselves. They're just so lazy and so entitled, like you said. It's sad.
All right. Have you heard about the Relax pill that some women are taking for everything from public speaking to first dates? It's a beta blocker, and it helps reduce anxiety by blocking the physical symptoms of stress. Prescriptions have even shot up, even though it's not officially approved for anxiety. Many find it helpful for those nerve-wracking moments. It's raising questions about reliance on medication for everyday situations. Experts are concerned about safety, especially when young people get it via telehealth without much medical oversight. All right, well, although Jamie's the woman, Doug, I'm going to start with you. Do you think people getting this via telehealth feels more like empowerment or a dangerous shortcut?
I think it's a dangerous shortcut. I think anytime we quickly turn to medicine to give a short-term aid to ourselves, it can be dangerous. And of course, in the studies that we've read, some people have died. Some people have got seriously ill. It's not just a perfectly, it's going to be okay for everybody all the time answer.
Jamie?
Why are we so quick to like medicate ourselves for instant gratification? Do these women not think about their own health like 10, 20, 30 years down the line? So if you're like 20 something, like you're taking these pills every day. What if you want to have a baby? But what if your uterus is burnt and got holes in it? You need to think a little bit harder.
Okay, you're really being quite descriptive tonight. I have to add, you're painting quite the pictures with your words tonight. You know what this is? People turn to Big Pharma. It's pretty simple, right? Doug, am I wrong?
We've had that discussion, haven't we?
Yeah, it's Big Pharma. Hey, I got a problem. The doctor says we can fix it like this. Take a pill, you're fine. And more often than not, you're better. The problem is there's no prevention. See, we look for a cure, but we don't worry about prevention at all. Before I read this story, I did not know of anyone that was taking any type of medication because they were anxious before a speech. Did that even surprise you, Doug?
No, not really. I've heard it. I've seen it. They talk about one case where this woman is getting married, so she needed to take this medication to calm her nerves. Well, I don't know. Aren't you supposed to be nervous when you're getting married? That's a big deal. So I don't know, trying to dull their feelings about everything. No, there's the drug right there. Yeah, and by the way, you can get that online. You go through a fake interview with a fake doctor who okays a prescription, and it shows up in your mailbox 2 days later.
Okay. I'm not sure the doctor is fake, but that does happen. The prescription shows up. Think about this. This year, some states are introducing mandatory gun safety lessons for students. Tennessee has become the first state to start teaching gun safety classes to all public and charter school students. Even the kindergartners are learning about triggers, barrels, and how to act if they stumble, I should say, across a firearm. These lessons are meant to be age appropriate, politically neutral, and focus on practical safety like securing guns, not touching found firearms and telling an adult. No guns or live firing involved. Some folks see the lessons as a way to protect kids in areas where guns are everywhere. Others feel it's putting too much responsibility on the kids when broader adult gun controls are lacking. Doug, do you think it's fair for schools to teach gun safety to young kids, especially when there's no option for parents to opt out?
I'm still shocked that we no longer, as kindergartners, can go outside and play in the sandbox. No, we have to have gun safety classes. And in Tennessee in particular, it's really absurd. Tennessee is an open carry state, which means anybody can carry a gun anywhere, anytime, for any reason, without a permit. Okay? And does teaching a child to be safe around guns protect them from these deranged people who go into schools and start shooting it up? No, it doesn't. And the fact that it doesn't have a parental opt-out thing bothers me also. I think it's the height of hypocrisy.
Jamie?
Oh my God. So I have a lot of friends who are teachers. I wouldn't want to be a teacher and teaching my students how to shoot or deal with guns. What is oxymoron? Gun age appropriate when it comes to gun teaching? Come on now. You're going to have a 5-year-old kill their 65-year-old grandmother. This is disaster.
All right, but let's flip it around. Could teaching kids these safety skills actually make a real difference in preventing accidents, Jamie?
No, accidents happen because they're accidents. And what about kids who are on a spectrum? How are they going to decipher, is this the right time to use the gun or not? They're just, come on, Tennessee, get it together. We love Nashville.
Doug?
Yeah, we do, actually. No, I don't think we'll do anything to prevent accidents. And I question, what is age appropriate for a 5-year-old to learn about guns? I don't know the appropriateness there at all. This just angers me. I should take one of those pills.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With one of the fake doctors who you claim prescribed them.
That's right.
Yeah. You think California would ever do anything like this, Doug?
No, I don't think so. I don't think even the progressives in the state would want to do that.
Yeah.